daddy.
Oh, he's forced to have it.
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Why don't you give him the 411 Canada Dry?
It's the final countdown. It's time for DAD. It's Dynamite After Dark, baby.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information.
We're clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Whew. All I gotta say is, man, whoever corporate's got doing the videos, amazing job. Kaboom, everybody! We
got fireworks.
got everything.
We got GM Joe. We got Commissioner Joe.
Yeah, I forgot to update my name. My bad, guys.
We got Lord Ryan Rich. And you got me. I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am the gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada effing dry, damn it. And I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend. Who is he, Lord Ryan Rich?
It's Bad Take Cade.
And who are you?
I am the national treasure. I am Lord Ryan Rich, coming to you from Southwood Manor on another Wednesday night, ready to talk about some Grand Slam.
How about this guy down here?
And you know what? Speaking of Grand Slam, you can't have a Grand Slam without four. And what do we got here? The greatest foursome of us all, baby.
Live long and prosper.
Well, you all know me, EVP Joe of everything AFW, commissioner of the AFW Prediction League. If you guys want to join, give me a shout out. Come talk to me. I'll hook you up. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah. Come predict wrestling with us, because I guarantee you might have had a hard time picking this card today, because there were some doozies.
Yeah, there's
what I liked.
There's a
about
cash
this
prize, by the way.
There's a cash prize of $100.
There's a cash prize.
Yeah. And bragging rights.
Real currency.
You get to sit there and say, I'm the champ, and you're not.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point of wrestling? I mean,
you want to know what? Because this is what you want to fight for.
Yeah, or you could be like the JFB, who just does nothing but
You're fighting
job for
for
everybody.
AFW gold is what you do when you sign up for AFW.
JFB, don't sell yourself short. You are a two-time promo giver of the year, and that's nothing to sneeze at, sir.
Hell no.
Do you know what I liked about this show?
It was awesome.
Well, the minor thing I liked about this show is they had the bleepers on perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to get that on the right second. Like, that was astounding. Like, how did they pull that off?
Well, I mean, with Danielson, you know when he's going to say it.
But MVP, what did he say? I had no clue what MVP was saying, because it was like, people are like, oh.
Yep.
Oh, I heard.
I've said it before, and I will say it again. AEW is at its best when you have so many different types of wrestling matches, and they nailed it tonight.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes. Yeah, it was a hodgepodge of all kinds of different styles.
I can say this. When I got on with Canada Dry before we jumped on, I'm still right now. I'm shaking. Like, I am literally shaking.
we like to talk about some of the stuff that's going on
You see this?
around
This
the
is
world
called
sometimes.
goosebumps.
We like to talk about some of the stuff that's going around the world sometimes. And just as we were watching Dynamite, the judge declared that Alex Jones has to liquidate his show to pay back
Good.
the people.
He's
Good,
still
what
gonna
a
be able to
tool.
pay him back. Do people not understand how much $1 billion is? Like,
Hey, the lizard people might lend him some money.
This man
Yeah.
is vile. Horrible man.
hopefully he's the first of many, because there's plenty of people who are horrible human beings.
Mhm.
Speaking of horrible human beings, did you see what P. Diddy's representation said? I'm
No.
assuming it's real. I don't know if it's a satirical or not, but but P. Diddy said he had all that baby oil because Costco sells it in bulk.
Shut the F up, bro. Shut up. You don't have 1,000 cases lying around or whatever, you sicko.
Let me just say this. If P. Diddy was smart, you can get a drum of lubricant for like $200 something on Amazon.
Dippy, I don't mean to pry.
How do you know this?
He's in
Yeah, how
Hollywood,
do
baby.
you know this? This
He's
concerns
in
me.
Hollywood.
So years ago,
Oh God! All the best stories start that way.
Years ago,
Like
when
Alex
JFD
far,
was a
far
little
away.
cracker.
years ago, I was dating this girl, and she came to visit me, and it was pretty late at night because she had a late flight. And I said, "Hey, let's stop at Kroger's. Let's grab some food, and we'll bring it back to the apartment, and we'll hang out, and I can cook dinner and cook breakfast." She's like, "Oh, that's fantastic." So I go around, and I see this kid, had to be 16, maybe 17, stocking condoms. So I grabbed a basket and walked around the store and grabbed the most obtuse things you could ever think would even combine for a person to go shopping, like sparklers, a spatula. I know I should have gone to Spatula City, but I did not. One of the mechanical egg beaters, a muscle magazine, like just oddball stuff. And I walked up to the kid and I said to the kid, "Hey, you see that girl over there? Well, she just got here from Russia. We're going to consummate our relationship. I need to get some condoms, but what's the biggest box that you sell?" And he's like, "Oh, I think it's like 24. And I said, "That's not going to be enough. Can I buy like a pallet of them?" And the guy says, "This kid is just blushing." And he goes, "I'm going to go in the back and check with my manager." I waited 15 minutes. That kid never came back.
He never went back inside the store,
Where-
JFD. He left.
That kid's somewhere at an AA meeting going,
You made that kid quit.
Okay, before we move on, I just have to say this real quick. There is a little regional gas station here in Illinois called Quick and Easy, right? I worked there for a little bit when I first moved here. I was a manager on duty. I worked the second shift. So one night, this guy comes in talking about weird things to buy, right?
Yeah.
So from the gas station, he purchases a bottle of Ambien,
yeah.
a fifth of liquor,
Uh-oh.
duct tape,
Uh-oh.
and a rope.
Uh-oh.
That ain't a good
I
combination.
ring this guy up, and I feel weird. And as soon as he leaves, I looked at my coworker. I'm like, should we call the police?
That's a kill kit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is the girl in the trunk in the parking lot? Like, what is going on here? But
Did
talk
you
about
hear anything in the news later?
range. Believe me, I checked.
That is like classic, like date rape Hollywood story stuff.
I know. I was like, this is a abduction kit you just put together right here. That's great.
You should have looked to see if
Liam
there was
Neeson
cameras.
around?
And if you were,
That is a
did you see if there was
kill kit.
cameras and you're on a Hallmark movie or something?
The Escape from Danger, the Lord Ryan Rich story.
A lot of things that happen late night at gas stations, guys.
I'm telling you, man, it's so freaking weird. Oh my god.
And that's not even going into my exploits working third shift at White Castle
Oh god, I don't
White
even
Castle. You worked at White Castle.
for 4 years.
Did
Oh.
Harold and Kumar ever show up?
No. And I'm so surprised that movie got made because White Castle's such a family company. And the fact that they talked about weed and everything and it was all about weed, I was like, this is never going to get greenlit. And they actually did it. And then they market it in the stores. And I said, you got to be kidding me. It's not the White Castle I know.
So did you?
They know money. They know money. That's money.
Yeah.
So did you work there like before and after the movie came out?
Yes.
So did
That's
you
cool.
notice like a difference in like people coming to White Castle?
Hell no.
Because
Hell
of the
no.
movie?
They're all stoned regardless of
Or drunk. It doesn't matter. They love White Castle just like I do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You could tell them they got fresh poop on the sidewalk and they just gonna come into the drive-thru instead.
Okay, I don't know if you guys know about Alberta, Canada.
I know it's in Canada. That's all.
Okay, so it's very conservative.
I know Calgary's
It
there.
is very, very conservative.
Okay, so me and my youth pastor friend, we're both pastors. We decided to go into a Tim Hortons and pretend we're gay. Everyone's just staring at us. We're just like, "Oh, poopsie, stop!" And just these truckers are all just there, just glaring at us.
So you weren't being gay. You were just being overtly out there.
Yes,
That's why they were staring at you because you turned it up to a 20.
yeah. And but the odd thing was, no one really said anything, and we got in the car and we both looked at each other. Let us never speak of this again.
Well,
And
they
you
were
just spoke
being
of
good. Listen, they were being good Christians, and they judged you quietly with condemnation.
Yes, they judged us quietly.
At least you still got your coffee and donuts, right?
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Yay!
And we gave everyone a story to tell.
It's Dynamite After Dark, folks. You don't know what's
And
going
we
to
haven't
happen
even
on this
talked
show.
Dynamite yet.
You know what, Shane?
Lord
You don't
Ryan
like
Rich,
it. You can leave it.
Lord Ryan Rich
That
literally
is like
told this guy
that's like
a
someone in the
joke.
States saying, if you don't like it, go to
I
another
did.
country.
I was tripping about it, but I did it because that's my job.
Oh my god!
All right, let's get into the wrestling, folks.
JME can't get over kill kits.
The guy who's buying a kill kit. Go get him before he kills again.
This kill kit is brought to you by backshaves.com. If you need them,
Maybe
they'll-
that's the new business that we pitch to the network.
No,
overlords.
we're not.
We start a
No,
kill
we're not.
business kit, and we just start like made it specifically for you, like chloroform and gummy bears, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever your
You know what?
preferences are.
Lord Ryan Rich, stick to the pop culture podcast you got coming. Let's start with that, okay?
Yeah, we got we're coming up fast here, Rich. We both got our shirts on. Comic Store. This is our new show coming October 4th.
Yeah.
And we're
Get
gonna
ready
we're
for
gonna
some
talk
like
about some pop
good
culture.
stuff.
We're gonna talk about some comic books. We're gonna talk about some stuff.
We'll talk about media, superhero media, stuff's going on in the video game world, action figures, like New York Comic Con's coming up. I saw some really cool Funko Pops that are getting ready to drop. So this is going to be a podcast that we're going to talk about anything nerd and superhero related.
Like your favorite flavor of Jell-O. We'll talk about that.
And if you say it's anything other than green, you're wrong.
Whoa. Orange Jello, sir.
Yes, orange Jell-O.
Well, I do orange because it matches with green, so that's fine.
Strawberry.
I do like strawberry a lot, but green Jello, bro. It's green.
And Mr. Isaac says he's excited for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited for you to watch it.
Yes. Maybe in honor of our new show coming out on October 4th, maybe in the flower shop, we'll talk about what is your favorite superhero pop culture thing?
Okay.
Be anything. Superhero pop culture.
Okay.
I like it.
Like which medium you like the best, whether it's Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anything like that. Is that what you're
Yeah, it
referring
could be
to?
Star Wars, it could be Star Trek, it could be
But it's just like a generalized thing, right?
action figures.
Okay.
All right.
Works for me.
So we start the Grand Slam off with a huge Grand Slam of a match. I'm talking about Nigel McGuinness opening up against the champ, Brian Danielson. There's a couple of my notes. He called it. He said he's coming out to Oasis. Sure enough, he came out to Oasis. For those who do not know, the name of the song is Go F in the Bushes is the name of the song. So anyways, and Danielson is not here, or at least not with the normal AEW playback song that we get for Brian Danielson. Nigel gets a mic. He says he wants a 10 count. He starts counting, and then we get the beginning of
Europe's greatest song.
Final countdown kicks in, and out comes the champ, and the champ looks pissed off. He is beyond pissed. Nigel looks a little nervous in the beginning, I gotta say. Great catch as catch can wrestling throughout this entire match. This is a hallmark of previous matches that they have had in Ring of Honor. They kept emphasizing it. 10 matches. They've had 10 matches in Ring of Honor. They have had 10 matches. You know, it's been 13 years since Nigel McGuinness actually wrestled. So they hammered these points because they wanted to give a decent out.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason Nigel McGuinness got hurt, if Nigel McGuinness was to not look very good, you know, so they have this contingency plan already built in. By the way, Danielson's punch to Nigel McGuinness on the top rope was bonkers. It was absolutely bonkers.
Do you remember Bonkers Candy when we were kids?
I do remember Bonkers Candy.
Speaking of pop culture, right?
Bonkers with a Z, right?
Yeah.
They still make that stuff?
I see it
I
every
think they
once
do
in
in America, yeah.
I see it at a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel's a good
always
place
do
to
the
go,
Somebody
bro.
slug you or something?
I'm surprised it still exists. Okay.
Okay. So here comes Christian, and for some reason, comedically, Kip Sabian steals his pen, and they scamper off, and then they pass by. Well, we know who's in the house. It's Tupac. No, it's not. It's just Pac. And Claudio are very near. Ooh. Canada Dry, you go first.
Like, I love the drama building up to this. Is he coming? Is he not? The count out. It's great storytelling. To start the show with a championship match, that's epic.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored this. Nigel I don't know if he's going to wrestle again, but if this is his last match, that's pretty cool.
Bravo. It's good stuff.
No better way to go.
Nigel said thank you at the end.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. While I was getting tapped, he says thank you.
Yeah.
And I guess the Tony.
I don't like it that the announce team said it though. I don't like.
Well, I think they wanted everyone to know.
Well,
I just don't like.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, it was bleeped out, so I thought he said something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bleeped out as well.
Bleep out. We just didn't hear it. Like
so
it was barely audible, but they noticed it, and they said something about it on the announce team. And that's I don't know. Like to me, that was just between Brian and Nigel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
For the people that actually used to watch Nigel and Danielson, like this must have been a trip.
Shout out Tiffany. We all know how big of a Nigel fan she is, so I'm sure she had an excellent time watching this tonight. Shout out Tiff.
For sure. Go ahead, Lord Ryan Mitch.
Yeah, let's go to Salesman of the Year, the Kill Kid edition in the Midwest region. Lord Ryan Rich.
Number 1 3 years straight, baby. I will say the first 2 minutes of the match seemed clunky. Like they were trying to get there. Like Nigel was trying to get his bearings back. But after that, the match was very, very good. The story building part of it was probably one of the better aspects. especially all the history that they have together. Not, I didn't watch Ring of Honor during that time. I didn't watch any wrestling at that time. But even I could appreciate, as someone who wasn't there to watch it, so I can only imagine what it was like for all the people who were fans of them back in the day, and what kind of member berries and good feelings that they got from that. So I was glad for that. It was a great match.
Yeah.
I remember.
Petrus Palms remembers.
EVP Joe.
Yeah. So, for Lord Ryan Rich, what you saw tonight was what you would have saw in 2003. It literally, like they said it on commentary, it felt like we went back in time 20 years. And it was awesome. Like I said before, AEW is at its best when it has different types of matches. And to start this match off with a technical masterpiece like this, was just amazing. I was surprised that I thought this would close the show.
Yeah.
I was very shocked that it opened the show.
Yeah.
But it played out exactly like I thought it would. You play Danielson's music, he doesn't show up, you do the 10 count, and then he comes out to the big Europe song.
Yeah.
You might say, Tony showed out some money for you because he played it like 3 or 4 times tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he knows he's got that FUWBD money coming in, baby.
Yeah, he sure does.
Let's bring in Zach Kelly for his thoughts.
Yeah, let's bring in Zach. What's up, Zach?
What's up, yo? How's it going?
What up, brother?
Good.
All right. I promised Aaron I wouldn't take up too much of y'all's time. Okay. First, I saw some extremely crazy shit working late night at a gas station and at retail. Okay.
Zach knows.
Like, I grew up watching Ring of Honor, like, religiously. Like, I've seen the majority of the Nigel Danielson matches, and I thought that Wrestle Trash, I brought him.
Nice.
Hey, buddy. I thought tonight's match, let me think how to word this. There were a lot of callbacks to things that they did in their earlier matches. I agree that that Nigel might have spent the first few minutes gaining his bearings, but I mean, he's been out for 11 years?
13, right?
And say what?
13, right?
Yeah, 13.
Something like that. His last match with Danielson was 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And like, to be gone for 13 years, like, he absolutely blew my expectations away. Like, I'm so, like, I was pinching myself watching it. I never thought I would see that again. And like, I would give it 5 stars. And I'm sure people on Twitter would disagree with me for some unknown reason.
Because they exist, buddy. That's the only reason.
Exactly, because they exist. When he had him in the the label lock, whatever you want to call it, and like right before Nigel tapped out, he said thank you, and that, like, you know what? I love you guys. I trust you guys not to make fun of me. I got teary-eyed when he said thank you.
Yeah.
It was fucking beautiful.
Right here.
And
that's full story, dude.
Like, it's like so much from the past, like, 20 years. Because I think their first match was in 2005. So, 19 years.
Yeah.
Like, they've been having matches for 19 years.
Now,
Like,
Zach Kelly, I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
If Jack helped Zach off a horse, would Zach help Jack off a horse?
How much you paying?
Shane's got money. He's got money.
I mean,
Shane's got deep pockets.
Okay, Shane, my birthday's coming up pretty soon, so why don't you hit my Venmo?
Hey, Zach, Just make sure it's in USD, not Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
USD.
that's a good point.
It's all
Yeah.
about the D.
We don't want any of that funny money.
We don't want any of the
Monopoly money.
yeah. No, like, but I do like the way Canadian, like the colorful Canadian money. I like the way it looks. Like it's
Whatever looks like Spock. Like, didn't the bank issue some kind of warning to people? Telling
Yes,
them
what was happening when Spock died?
Everyone
was turning the $5 bills into Spock.
Yeah.
how I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, in Canada, everyone was turning the $5 bills into Spock because we to honor him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, was he from Canada?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know
Not
that.
anymore.
I was never
So
a big
was
Star
Shatner.
Trek fan.
So
I
was
was a Star
Shatner.
Wars fan. But like I was saying, McGinnis versus Danielson, like it blew my expectations. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I felt like it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I got to see it happen again.
Yeah.
Like, I made a joke to some of my friends that I was watching, like where I said, look, I need you to make sure, like, I need y'all to convince me I'm alive, that I'm not, like taking my final breaths and my pineal gland in my brain is flooding my system with DMT to like give me my dying dream as a way to keep me calm and docile as I cross over into the other world.
Yeah.
Like,
Zach.
that's just
Enter into the light.
what?
Enter into the light.
Caroline, don't go into the light.
Can I just say one thing before we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
For like 2 weeks, I saw, or at least for a week, how this makes no sense because it makes Darby and Mox mean less because the whole purpose was Danielson wasn't here. To all of y'all, screw you. This match was fucking phenomenal, and I love
Oh,
it.
yeah. They made it
Oh
all
yeah,
make
it was. And can I say one thing about Danielson and Mox? I know I'm early, but if Mox was gonna win, why did Why did Darby win the battle royal at Blood and Guts?
because I think they made
Pivoted.
I think they made a judgment call to change it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Then
possible.
they had to fix it.
Yeah. Like, and we were at Blood and Guts. And I was beyond shocked when Darby came out for that battle royal.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you for, let me look at my clock. Thank you for giving me 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes.
I knew you would go over, you son of a bitch.
And I want to give a special shout out to Wrestle Trash. We follow each other on Twitter. He has a great like Twitter presence, like very very wholesome.
Yeah, Wrestle Trash. Follow us on YouTube and
Yeah, I'll send him the info.
Yeah.
But like I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching this. JFB, weeks ago we went through this. You still haven't sent me the FUCKING pictures from Blood and Guts.
I will.
How about this? When you
I'll do it tonight.
how about this, Zach Kelly?
I'll do it tonight.
When you manage to stick to your timeline of 5 minutes, he will send you the pictures. How's that?
Okay, all right. I'll leave now, and then in a few minutes I'll come back and stick for 5 minutes.
If you need
All
a
right,
kill
we'll see
kit,
you-
I
we'll
can
see
tell
you
you
later,
one.
Zach.
All right, y'all have a great night.
Good night, Zach.
Bye bye.
I'm watching the show. Y'all have a good night.
Okay, bye bye.
See you.
I guess I'll say this. Last week I bullied the subject about Nigel McGuinness, and that this match was not going to be anywhere near what we remember in Ring of Honor. I take it back. It was everything, and maybe even better because they were two mature wrestlers now. So,
JFB, what just your thoughts on the little spot with Christian there? I think
I thought it was unnecessary. To be honest with you, I thought it was unnecessary. Like
I like the little spot of the pen being stolen.
I mean,
it just kept Sabian something.
To be honest with you, like we know he's going to drop the belt at Wrestle Dream, and he's going to drop it to Moxley. I think the time has come for Danielson to just say good night. Like, I got the belt and I got a title defense out of it against Nigel McGuinness. I get to go home to my family.
Well, he beat Jack Perry at title defense too.
Yeah, and Jack Perry. So I mean, he's got two solid, valid opponents. You know?
I mean, they just said that Moxley in his 3 reigns defended 11 times. So
yeah. But to make Christian a true heel, and then now you're going to take a comedic side to it, I think hurts Christian. Like, Christian could play comedy. We know. We saw it in WWE. We saw it in TNA. Like, he has great comedic timing, but I think involving him with Kip Sabian doesn't make a lick of sense. Like, Kip Sabian.
Unless you're elevating Kip Sabian properly.
Well, I think the smart thing to do was, if he was going to come in, bring him in as part of the patriarchy. He lost his father recently. He's looking for a father figure. Christian is the father of AEW. Let him take him on and build him up.
But now that doesn't seem like it's going to happen with the stealing of the pen.
Now it doesn't. Like, after stealing the pen, but it makes him look like a buffoon. And I think that it's not the right time to turn Christian.
I think I would have much rather just saw Cape Sabian just blast Christian from behind, like with a club to the head or something.
Yeah. That would make sense. Or even use the pen to try to stab him. Like, I don't know. Do something.
Okay, Bad Take Kate has hacked into Shane's account.
Yeah.
You've heard it here first. Kip wins the contract from Christian.
Oh,
no.
Bad Take Kate has hacked into Shane's account.
Oh, God. That's the worst take I've ever heard in my entire
life. Damn it, Bad Take Kate.
Honestly, I think if anything is going to be Kill Switch costing Christian his title shot when he cashes in.
That's very valid, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to our second match. It's Hook versus Roddy Strong for the FTW belt. Here, a couple of my notes. Hometown boy. No one cares. Let's be honest with you. Even the New York crowd didn't pop that loud for him. And he's from New York. I mean, if you listen to him after his match, he talked like you from the Tony from the Bronx. Hey. Lots of grappling, reverses. I'm going to say this. Roderick Strong made him look halfway good.
Yeah, he did. This was Kip's best match. I mean, Kip's Hook's best match.
Hook's best match, yeah. And it's all due to Roddy. Don't think all of a sudden Hook decided to become a good wrestler. It's just not going to happen. We get no shenanigans. They hug it out in the middle of the ring. The other guys didn't get involved. I thought it was very classy to introduce Tony Schiavone interviewing Hook, and then Hook says, "I'm retiring the FTW belt." Thank God. But now, without the belt, is Hook relevant? Canada Dry, you go first.
Well, I think this was Hook's best match.
Yeah.
Other than Jericho, I definitely think that it was entertaining. I think that when you retire this belt and you have this moment with Taz where he's giving it back to Zay, I thought I saw a tear in Taz's eye.
It was.
You did.
Mm-hmm. To me, like, with retiring this belt, it doesn't do much, but it does increase the value of every other championship slightly.
Yeah.
So this gives Hook a chance to kind of step out of his dad's shadow, and I like it.
Yeah. All right, Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was pretty fun. I'm not, I think, as critical of Hook as a lot of other people are. I just like him for what he is. He throws people around, and I dig that because I was a big, huge fan of Taz and all the suplex he did. So it's very reminiscent of me back to that. I thought it was super cool. Well, first of all, I was very shocked that it was a straight handshake by all the Undisputed to Hook after. I was like, okay, that's weird. That should have been bell number one that something was happening. But then to be able to give that title back to his dad, 3 miles away from where he debuted it and brought it out in their hometown, that was just a great wrestling moment for me. And Hook doesn't talk that much, but he didn't sound stupid on the mic. I thought he sounded pretty decent. Like he was talking from the heart. And I enjoy that. I do think it elevates the other titles just a little bit just because you don't have that other one on there.
Yeah.
And maybe he does get his chance to go out and maybe get some other type of gold.
There you go. Let's talk to EVP Joe.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. It was a nice little hardcore match. I was confused until the end of the match. Like when Roddy's in the red room, why didn't the other two run in and save him? It's a hardcore match. There's no rules.
Yep.
But part of me thinks they're going to turn face because you have the Elite, you have Jericho, you have the Don Callis family, you have whatever they're calling the BCC. They're absolute heels now. There is a lack of babyface factions in AEW at the moment.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah, and you got the acclaimed pretending to be faces, but really they're real heels. So
like I said, credible faces. Let's do it because. Sorry, Commander and Private Party ain't it. But yeah, I thought it was like that's it, the conglomeration, and that's it. And they're going to be busy with Jericho and company.
Yep.
But the after the retiring of the FTW title, thought it was an awesome moment for a father and son, especially it's literally for full circle. Created in New York, retired in New York.
Yep.
And you could absolutely tell that Taz is one proud father.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what Twitter says.
Nope.
So.
Bingo.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
There you go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Oh, no fireworks? There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, a little closer. Let's go to match number 3. We got the Young Bucks. In case you haven't noticed, it's a very match-heavy show. In fact, there's not many segments at all. So we go to match number 3. It's for the tag team championships. It's the Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. They'll be taking on Ospreay versus Fletcher. There's a couple of my notes. Come on, heel turn. Daddy needs a heel turn. Yeah. Bucks look Bucky. Bucks being Bucky. They're just being Bucky.
The Bucks.
With the Bucky thing. People may misinterpret that.
Yeah. Bucky.
Buck you.
The crotch to the head La Plancha on the Bucks was fabulous. Amazing back and forth. I don't care what anybody says. Kyle Fletcher needs to be signed long term.
Absolutely.
Like, nail him down because he is going to be your stalwart. Yeah. He is going to be the man who will compete on any part of the card for you and do whatever you need him to do.
I am not letting him even come close to free agency to where WWE can talk to him.
No, not at all.
Not a chance.
Yeah. Love the pearls on Matthew in the hair, around the neck.
I was wondering what that was in his hair. I was like, what is going on?
It was pearls. Chaos amongst the high spots. That brainbuster on the top turnbuckle was nasty. So we get the shenanigans at the end because, of course, you have to have them. Don Callis gives Kyle Fletcher the screwdriver. Kyle Fletcher goes in the ring. He's about to stab one of the Young Bucks. Ospreay stops him. Then eventually, move after move after move, Kyle Fletcher gets hit in the head with the tag team title belts. He goes down. They get the pin. And that is how the match ends. The Young Bucks retain to become and still reigning AEW Tag Team Champions. Canada Dry match number 3.
What an incredible match.
Yeah.
Like, Don Callis, though, you need to quit with the frickin' screwdrivers. Figure out a different weapon. It's not working. The screwdriver needs to go. Figure out something else because it's not working. You know what works well for MJF? The brass knucks. Use those.
Yeah.
Incredible match. United Empire was amazing. Young Bucks were amazing. Like, to me, this was the best tag team match on TV for free.
Yeah.
In many, many years.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this. And I think that what's his name? The blonde kid?
Fletcher.
Fletcher. This guy deserves the rub. This guy deserves the push. He is phenomenal. He needs to get I think they're teasing the feud here with Ospreay and Fletcher, which is going to do nothing but skyrocket this guy.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like, he's going to have a rocket on his back, feuding with Ospreay, and Ospreay can even afford to take a few losses in this feud.
I agree with you, Ken. Dry. I agree with you, which is unusual because usually it's like 70-30, 70% of the time I disagree, but I agree with this one.
Wait, so you've been just lying to me? You're like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But you're lying. No. I can't believe this.
Sorry, something shiny. Anyway,
what's on your shirt? What's this shirt you're wearing?
It's a RC Cola. So there's an RC Cola and Moon Pie Festival in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. It's where moon pies are made, and that's where RC Cola supposedly got its start. So this big, huge festival and takes up the entire town. And trust me when I tell you, if you're driving really fast, don't blink because you'll pass right through it.
Oh, wow. I love those kind of towns.
But the banana moon pies are the bomb. I love the banana moon pies. RC Cola, not so much, but
I was like, as a kid, I loved RC Cola.
Yeah.
I can't stand it as an adult.
Yeah.
Isn't RC Cola pretty much the same as Great Value Cola from Walmart?
No.
Not nearly as good. No.
Not as good as
I
Great
prefer
Value.
Walmart brand over RC Cola.
That's hilarious.
Funnily enough, though, most bars in America actually carry RC Cola and RC products for their bar taps.
Yeah.
But are they pushing it off as Coca-Cola?
No. They don't. They just, like, if you want a whiskey,
I'd like a Coca-Cola, please. And they're like, is RC okay? And then you're like, no.
No, usually by the time you're in there, you're drunk. They're like, just give me a rum and Coke. And they're like, okay. They don't even tell you.
Oh, so they don't even ask. You just like,
nope. All right. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on the third match?
I mean, it was a humdinger, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think that they did a really great job with all the false finishes, because there was a couple times I really thought that it was going to be done. And this match, actually, I thought it was going to be fairly long, but I didn't think it would be as long as this was. And I think that gave it room to breathe, to have those false finishes.
Yeah.
But I agree with all you guys. Kyle Fletcher, when he says protostar, he's not lying. Like, the dude, he's got everything. He's got the look. He's got the physique. He's got the skill set, the moves. I don't know how great he is on the mic because he doesn't really get a chance to talk too often. But the kid's going places. And I do think they're definitely setting up this Ospreay and Fletcher, which is probably going to go down for the international title at some point.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But it's going to be so fun to watch those two go at it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You know, when I'm running for president of the United States, I have to appoint a head of a department of blah blah blah. Well, I'm nominating Joe as my department head for destruction because he drops truth bombs.
But this is really easy for you, GFB. He's got VP in his name.
Yeah.
He should be your running mate.
Oh, he should be the one who's actually controlling the entire country. Like he's Cheney. I'm just gonna be a figurehead. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Yeah, so he'll be like the guy calling the shots in the background, right?
Yeah. I'll come in and do a press conference and I'll be like, "Yeah, we blew up Greenland. They've been quiet for too long. Thanks, guys." Just walk off. It's gonna be fabulous. Then my memoirs, I'll be like, "I didn't do jack squat. I didn't even go to the White House. I lived in an apartment in Maryland." he was the one who was running
down Maryland.
I mean, it's not a bad sentiment to thumbs down Maryland. It's a bad state. So
yeah.
I know. I live in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this match, my God, I love this match. Like, it was just go from the bell, and they just didn't stop. I will say, for as much flack as the Bucks got for not defending the belts for 100 days, they have made good on it in these last 2 to 3 months. The matches they have had with FTR, the Acclaimed, whoever else, every time, like I said, I miss seeing these guys wrestle because they always put on a great match.
Yeah.
And for everything that the opening match was, this was the complete opposite, but it was a good thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And like I said, first 3 matches on the card, technical, hardcore, just a race. It was a car crash.
Yeah. Go to our first segment of the night. It's Renee. She's with the conglomeration. We learned that Rocky Romero is officially a member.
But I want to say this because I find it interesting that the 4th member is never permanent. And I love that. I hope that Rocky Romero is not permanent and they keep replacing the 4th member.
Yeah. I like that.
Why not?
Let's do it. They could build a stable where it's the conglomeration. We got a guy wrestling in Canada. We got a guy in Hawaii, Japan. Rocky Romero is in Japan. We got this guy in Mexico. You never heard of him.
Only the conglomeration would have a shirt on a freaking Hanes Fruit of the Loom t-shirt.
There you go. There you go. So Romero is an official member, so they have a new shirt. You can buy it at prowrestlingtees.com/AEW, I believe. So then we go to the word of the day, which is, what was it? Because it was hard to understand what he was saying.
Vociferous.
That's what I thought he said. That's what I wrote down. All right, thank God.
He was very vociferous in this promo.
Yes. And they basically are hyping up the trios match on Collision. Canada Dry.
Well, this is what else we want to hype up.
Yeah.
We've had a few weeks off, but we're doing the Garage After Dark.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Ooh.
With Jeremy Isaacs and Joseph Graham.
We had to take a little hiatus.
Yeah. But
Season 2 of The Garage is coming this Saturday, baby.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Tune in Saturday. Cancel your plans. Don't go out to eat. It's too expensive.
That was a judgment call right on the spot by EVP Joe. It's now Season 2 of The Garage.
Yeah.
It was.
Hey, he's the keeper of the homes.
It sounded good, though, didn't it?
Yeah, good. It makes sense.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm not anything if I'm not logical.
Yeah. So, anybody want to say anything about the conglomeration?
I think we're good.
All
I
right,
love these guys. They're just fun to listen to.
Yeah, let's go to Shivani on stage. We get Prince Nana. From now on, I'm not going to call him Prince Nana. He's going to be known as New York Nana because he's from New York, and I had no idea. But
so you're telling me he's not a real Nigerian prince?
No, he is not. I hope he didn't.
Probably the originator of that scam, but I still love him.
We're in the money. We're in the money. Do, 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 do.
Take it in, people. So he looked with that headband and the do-rag. They pointed up. He looks like Batman. I thought it was
thinking a Nigerian Jughead.
Yeah, there you go. He says you can't stop him mentally, Swerve, but unfortunately, injuries can stop him, and he is injured. He's not clear to wrestle.
But he's trying to come back as soon as he can.
Yeah, and then out comes MVP. Now, here's the thing. The introduction MVP is not MVP as a wrestler.
Nope.
He talks about management. And this is where I think MVP fits in properly. I don't really want to see MVP as a wrestler because the last few times he wrestled, he didn't look so good. His knees are bad. He's got a bad back. These are known things.
Yep.
So for him to sit there and say, "Well, I want to wrestle," is ridiculous. It's like saying me at 52, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wrestle.
This segment excites me.
You know,
Yes.
I'm just going to say Father Time is undefeated and MVP lost.
Yeah.
And, he says that, he says a lot of stuff, but primarily
He blames Prince Nana
he blames
for all those things happening to Swerve.
Yeah. And MVP said when the champ's feeling better and he wants to get better, give him my card. He walks off. So here's the thing. I'll let you guys go. Canada Dry, go first.
I'm excited about this because I'm excited to see where this goes. I predict that it's going to be Prince Nana and Swerve versus Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
I predict he's going to reject MVP, and that's where MVP brings in Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
And this is going to be fire. This is going to be money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked when I saw MVP come out, and I was like, oh, okay, we're about to do something now. And then when he drops the business line at the end, everyone starts freaking out, as they should. But that was a pretty exciting moment.
Joe.
I'm absolutely excited. Like, MVP, like, everywhere he has gone, has excelled as a talking piece for somebody, whether it was WWE, TNA, as the director of operations, like, and now here I think he's going to do great. I half expected Bobby Lashley to blast Prince Nana from behind.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, part of me would like to see Swerve and Nana join because there's precedence in wrestling for two managers in a group. Look at Owen and Yokozuna. They both had managers. They worked together.
Yeah.
But what I think here, I think that would be a step backwards for Swerve.
Well, no, because you can join them and then you can split them apart and you can reestablish Swerve as the big solo guy.
You guys are all wrong. Bobby Lashley is coming. Don't get me wrong. I agree with that. Bobby Lashley is coming. However, not so fast. There's one other person that's involved with this because they are in fact the trio, and that's Shelton Benjamin. And I don't care what any of you people are saying. He's a jobber. He'll never be more than a mid card. I have seen Shelton Benjamin wrestle at his best in every promotion he's ever been in. Yep. And he blows away the competition. It's not Shelton Benjamin who can't put Shelton Benjamin over. It's the promotions who don't know how to really promote him in the correct way. And
I'm just going to say,
get
if he comes, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Isaacs because the first thing he needs to do is just kick in Max Caster's head for all that shit he's been talking.
Yeah, I agree.
I firmly disagree with you, and we're gonna discuss this when this happens. When we see this happen, one of us is gonna say, "I told you so," and it's gonna be me.
Probably. I'm not saying that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
But because I think Shelton Benjamin can go against anyone.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
He's a chameleon. This man can wrestle any style. Period. It's not going
to. I want to hear when he comes in. There ain't no stopping me now.
Well, I think he should bring his mama, but
yeah,
we get to Jack Perry driving the short bus over the Brooklyn Bridge, and we go to our fourth match.
This is what I meant to bring up earlier, real quick. Who do you think is going to answer his open challenge on Saturday?
I don't know.
I think it's going to be Hook.
Really?
Oh, bring back that.
Why not? I mean, look, I meant to say this earlier. It's time for Hook to be thrown in the deep end. Sink or swim, buddy. Like, no more shenanigans with hardcore matches to keep you afloat.
Yeah, but here's the thing. At what point and at what level is one of his opponents going to say, this is bullshit? I'm not putting him over. I'm not making him look good. I'm going to make him look weak.
Maybe.
And I think that starts. I think Jack Perry, to be honest with you, with the ego that he has in real life,
I don't think he's interested in.
There's no way he's going to say yes to Hook, because there's no way he wants to look bad. And Hook is just kind of, it's like wrestling dead weight sometimes.
Do you think like I don't think he's like that level where he can make Jack Perry can make anyone look good.
Yeah.
He's not on that level of a wrestler.
Yeah. Let's go to our
I think it'll be someone that's regularly on Collision, probably.
Yeah.
That's gonna
hologram.
Hologram.
We go to our fourth match. It's Yuka Sakazaki versus Mariah May for the women's championship. Just a couple of my notes. I love Yuka. I'm just gonna say it. Not only do I love the vegetable, the plant, yucca, but I love Yuka. She's just this big ball of Japanese energy. I love it. She's like, this is like how I see myself if I drink enough Japanese energy drinks, that I would be like, yeah. So that's what I saw. I saw that in Yuka, and that's why I really like her. We finally have a legit opponent. I'm just going to go ahead and get on my high horse here and say this. Why in the world are you lining up chomp after chomp after chomp to put over Mariah May, who is already over? We know she can wrestle. Have her wrestle legit wrestlers. And she finally got one. I don't like those shoulder pads, Mariah May. Get rid of the shoulder pads. You're not a football player. You're not in the lingerie league. Take them off. Nobody likes them. So after the match, Yuka loses. Mariah May retains. She's about to ram the belt right down Yuka's throat, and then out comes Willow Nightingale, which I find very interesting. She comes in for the save, and then out comes Mina Shirakawa, which allows Willow to get hit in the head by the belt. Mina is obviously very confused. Why did you attack Willow? Why did you attack her? And, they're going to play this for a while. Because I think the next logical step is let's see what Willow can do in a main event caliber match. And then we'll give you Mina down the line. Because you got to build that story up. Because right now it's just stupid. Canada Dry, you go first. Match number 4.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. It wasn't very long. It didn't need to be. I like the gradual, giving other people a chance to shine in that main title scene. It's building her up as a champion. Same thing they did with her as a new face to AEW. They slowly built her up, and that's what they're doing as their champion. There's no way in hell that she's getting beaten for that title anytime soon. So that's good for Willow to be in that spot.
Yeah.
And it raises Willow's stock as well. But yeah, this match was fun. And I love seeing Mina Shirakawa. And I love their camaraderie. And I think it's going to come out that she was playing kayfabe all along, and she's been on her side the whole time.
Okay. Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun match. I mean, like, you had two good wrestlers in the ring, so they put on a real good match together. I think this is definitely all the shenanigans at the back's gonna lead up to like a Mariah May and Mina tag match against Yuka and Willow within the next week or two, probably. But I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah.
But the match itself was great. Like, they're both really talented. So I was expecting a good match, and I received a good match.
Yes, you did. Joe.
I mean, for me, the match was fine. I think it needed more time. I think that's probably my biggest complaint because it felt kind of rushed.
Yeah.
But I am absolutely interested in Willow moving up to the main title scene. She did great as a TBS champion.
Yep.
And I think she's, like you said, she's someone who's much needed because the main event scene has felt very samey for a long time now, and they need to bring in some new talent, some new faces. And I think she gets the title shot at Wrestle Dream, and I think we're going to get Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa at World's End as another playoff of the World Friendship ending.
Yeah. Okay. You heard it first. It's the reason why he's the commissioner.
Do you ever notice that Marina Shafir and Mina Shirakawa are very similar?
Yes. And speaking of Marina Shafir, go to our fifth match. It is the main event. Now, when I turned on my TV and then it was Nigel McGuinness, as soon as I heard Oasis, I said, wow. I'm old school. These guys know it. Champ always wrestles last. That's always your main event. When they said within seconds, hey, Jon Moxley and Darby Allin are going to be the main event, I said, hey, I like that idea. I like this forward thinking. The JFB is elevated. Well, that because he took a vitamin too, but that's irregardless. That's
Vitamin JFB.
Elevated.
So here are some of my notes for the main event. Moxley comes out with his reinforcement, Marina Shafir. I love the half Mox, half skull on the board that Darby has. I think Mox woke up today and he decided violence. I think he turned around and he said to Renee Paquette, punch me in the face. And then she punched him in the face. He goes, I like it. And that's
and he's like, twist my nipples a little bit. Come on,
connect that car battery now.
He's like, we'll come back to this after the match. All right, babe.
Yeah.
You just give me flashbacks to Kane and Shane.
Yes, I thought of that too.
So I thought he was going to do a legitimate curb stomp. He put his Darby Allin's mouth around the rope, and I thought he was going to do a curb stomp because
that made my teeth hurt so bad.
Yeah, like that's the character he's playing. He's playing a very
Edward Norton
line between being rationally a skinhead and kayfabe skinhead. Like it's.
You know about American History X, there, Lord Ryan Rich?
Huh?
Are you speaking about American History X?
You know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I think the proper word to describe him right now is sadistic.
Yes. So the toss through the ropes made me cringe. That kid could have just how this kid can even walk. One, after the abuse he takes night after night after night, because he doesn't just wrestle in AEW, he wrestles in independence. All right. Not only that, but between the insane jumps that he does for YouTube and then getting hit by a New York Transit bus, which, by the way, don't drive slow. Period. They drive fast. 99% of the people that are driving those buses are convicted convicts with an alcohol problem. That's how crazy they drive. But I digress. Anyways, here comes Darby, and then he's gonna pile drive. And Marina Shafir, you dirty, dirty girl. She is a chair block. She is a chair blocker. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He prevented Jon Moxley from going through a chair. Mox is turning Viking purple. We get the finish of the match, which is a super Death Rider off the top rope as a reverse, as a counter. He packages them up. He gets to 1, 2, 3. Danielson comes. The Private Party comes, which normally, look, is Private Party even a part of this? The one person who wasn't there was Yuta, be it for or against Bryan Danielson. He was not there at all. And I know he's got a match on. They got a match on Collision, correct?
Yeah, they're defending the trios titles against Private Party and Commander.
He's in town, ladies and gentlemen. They filmed and taped Collision for Saturday.
Yep.
Ooh, inside baseball. Anyways, all I'm saying is Yuta should have been there. I think that was the one missed opportunity that they had, because I think that would help build up the trios match, because they're not doing anything to pump you up for Collision. They're doing everything to pump you up for next week's 5th anniversary and then the pay-per-view that it goes right into.
I think this Collision is going to be off the hook. You have the strap match with the Hangman and Jarrett.
I'm looking forward to that.
The trios match. It's going to be good.
You got some really... Hey, if you like violence, kids, and I know that you do, because you didn't, you wouldn't be watching this show. Anyways, watch Collision, because it is going to be a super violent Collision. That's all I'm going to say. So
It's also my wedding anniversary that day.
yeah,
Happy anniversary.
happy anniversary. So yeah, Danielson comes out. He says, "You want war? I declare war," and I'm just gonna. He just went,
And then they both locked thumbs and
yeah, and then they both went behind their rock'em sock'em robots. They went to start fighting.
I'm just going to say that. Can I say this now before we go around the table?
Yeah.
On one side, you have Moxley, Pac, Claudio, and Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
On the other side, you have Bryan Danielson, Private Party, and Commander.
Yeah.
I hate the optics of that.
I think the over/under is being 3 murdered.
Yeah. Danielson should have had some, I don't really know who, but
they could have figured out something better than that.
Yeah. All right, before I go around the horn, we have the flower shop is the pop culture comic book thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, you go first.
Yeah, I love this match. Darby taking the bullet for AEW. He wrestled his heart out.
Yeah.
He put his body on the line tonight.
The crowd kept chanting, "You can't kill him."
I know. It was awesome.
The other half was like, "Yes, he can."
Like Darby. Darby's going to be part of this team against Mox. Like, don't think you've seen the last of Darby.
Yeah.
Like, he's not done with Mox.
I pitched this last week. I said Mox wins tonight. Mox wins the title at Wrestle Dream.
Yep.
And then Darby ultimately takes the title off Mox. I think that's where we're going towards.
Yep. Absolutely.
But I love this. I love that Marina Shafir has got this. She's being posed as a badass chick. She's an MMA fighter. She's throwing the mats everywhere. Like, I love what they're doing with Marina Shafir. And I love they still haven't given this team a name. It's not BCC.
Yeah.
I want to know what they're calling. They haven't really gave the team a name yet. So I'm curious to see what they're going to call themselves.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, this was when John Moxley came out and he had like his little camo jacket and his little green pants. I said, this is not good for Darby Allin.
Nope.
When John wears those kind of pants, that means he's about to whoop someone's ass, like real good. And so just as soon as the match starts, Darby runs right at him and he just kicks him straight in the face and makes him bleed.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the way it started off this match. Like, he just manhandled him. And I know that's what happens a lot in Darby Allin matches, but it felt different this time. It felt more methodical, maniacal, as opposed to just I'm bigger than you and stronger than you. It felt like I'm gonna own you.
Yeah.
Well,
And so,
you know why? It's because Mox has wanted to do this character for a long time in AEW, but because of circumstances beyond his control, couldn't do it. So
right, but it was a heck of a match, and whatever the reason they are deciding to go away from Darby, I think that he's still in the mix there. He's still in the picture. But it was a great way to end the show. But I don't like the fact that Danielson has like the B team backing him up either. Like this doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry.
Are we on a 3-game losing streak?
Did you say did you say the B team?
I was
This
being
team
nice.
is like the E team.
I mean,
Like
you have Mark Quinn no selling the shattered hand. No, Isaiah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Isaiah no selling the shattered hand from last
he's
week.
punching Mox with his broken hand, supposedly.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing I can think is they're trying to quickly get these guys relevant.
For what? To make a tag team championship run?
Well, no, because Mox said you guys have been irrelevant since you came here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a bit of grit to cause you to grow.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're the bull, sometimes you're the horns.
I'm just going to say, can we please stop with the spots of throwing Darby onto the steel steps on his back, please?
Yeah.
It makes me wince every time I see it.
Oh, it does too.
Like, because you can't fake that. There's no matter what you do, you can't fake metal and bone hitting. I mean,
No.
but yeah, this is
I
just
still
a nice
feel like
brutal match.
I still feel like his tope on the outside where he landed on the bare floor was worse.
Yeah.
Just because of the momentum and
those were
speed he
back to
had.
back.
Yeah.
Like the man didn't even get a chance to breathe out the pain from freaking a flat back bump on.
Well, you could see him like moving his fingers, so he definitely probably got like a stinger or something.
Yeah. Love this match. It was
All right.
rage, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Is it time for the flower shop?
Ding, ding, ding. It's time for the flower shop, which means this is brought to you by ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis shirts like this one. There's a multitude of ones. We have 20, 30 shirts on the Adrian store. Like we're pumping them out left and right. Little Chinese kids just making those t-shirts just for you. No, I know because we keep them locked up at my house. Oh.
This isn't happening.
I mean-
He's joking, right?
I'm gonna get a call from Helen a little bit later. She's gonna be super pissed. Ooh. Anyway,
Helen's always got a problem. I want my $1,000 back, Helen. I want it back.
How do you worn this shirt on the show? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, she unfortunately took that money and we sent her on a singles cruise, more like a singles booze cruise.
Yeah, she probably needs it.
Yeah, she does. She's a little lonely.
She looks a lot like the redhead on The Office. What's her name? The one with the drinking problem.
Oh yeah, Meredith.
Yeah, she looks a lot like Meredith.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. Well, let's go like Meredith. Yeah. So that's where we come to the flower shop. I don't even have to go through the rigmarole. It's number of bells. It's your favorite match, your favorite segment, and then your favorite pop culture comic book item. I'm gonna, Ken and Joe, you want to go first? You want to go last?
Sure, I'll go first. Just try not to Bob Barker me, all right?
All right, I'm not gonna Bob Barker you.
Try not to. If you do it, you do. And if it happens, I dish it. I surely can take it, right?
As Ivan Drago once said in Rocky IV, if he dies.
Yeah, right. All right, my match of the night is the tag team championship match. Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher versus the Young Bucks. This match slapped, and it slapped freaking hard.
Yeah.
This was the best tag team match on TV in a number of years.
Yeah.
Free TV Match was amazing. My segment of the night goes to Prince Nana, and MVP.
Yeah.
This excites me so much. What's going to happen with Swerve? What's going to happen with MVP and Prince Nana? Possibly Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin. This is exciting.
Yeah.
And my number of bells, I'm giving this show 4.69.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
And my pop culture comic book superhero item are Generation 1 Transformer toys.
Oh.
These things are amazing. They're hard to get and they're very valuable.
Oh yeah.
You get an Optimus Prime in the box, $10,000.
Yeah.
It's worth $10,000.
Yeah.
Like these things are valuable.
Yeah.
And sometimes I see them at thrift stores in the wild.
Yeah.
And I get a good deal and I'm happy all day.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Lord Ryan Rich.
My favorite match of the night, I'm actually going to go with Darby and Mox.
Yeah.
Just because I think this was important to establish Mox in this new character against Darby, one of the company's biggest baby faces, and to just like really give him the business that way, I thought was really strong for Moxley's propulsion in the story.
Yeah.
My favorite segment's also the Nana and MVP, just because I didn't see that one coming. It totally surprised me, and I thought it was really cool. My bells, I'm going to go with a 4.15. I don't know why I enjoyed the show. I thought it was a great show, but I just had this feeling that I somehow could have been a little bit better.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the 4.15. And favorite, oh man, that's so hard because there's like so many cool stuff from back in the day.
Doesn't have to be back in the day. It could be something now too.
Yeah, I know, but I like the older stuff though. Man, I'm gonna go with Funko Pops in general, because there's so many. Like at one point, at my height of my collection, I had over 600.
Wow.
So I had a crap ton. But
Rich Jr., if you want to know where your college tuition just went, right now, you heard it right here.
Yeah. But they were really fun to collect, and I had a fun time when I was doing that collection. So I'll say that.
What do you have now?
I still have some left. I've kept the most of my X-Men.
Just sell them all off for what?
I didn't sell all of them off. I've still got about 30 or 40.
Okay, so most of them got sold off though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, kill kits aren't free. That's all I'm telling you. They don't grow on trees.
Nope.
You want your own kill kit, you gotta go to the Kill Kit City.
Yeah.
Or the Kill Kit City.
Maybe we can sell this to the Kill City Cup. These kill kits.
Kill Kit, the Lord Ryan Rich Kill Kit.
For the
$49.99. Get yours today. Well, I'll tell
you
somebody,
Robert, get your Lord Ryan Rich Kill City Cup kill kit.
Yeah, kill kit. Yeah. Now I'm interested to know what this gentleman has to say.
All right. So, match of the night. You know what? Just for a variety, I want to give it to the opener.
Yeah.
Nice little throwback. Felt like we got in a time machine to go watch 2003 ROH. And it's just, like he said, like, no one expected this from McGuinness. And that man over-delivered.
Yeah.
To the nth degree.
Yep.
Same as you guys in my segment is the MVP Nana. Like, I did not see MVP showing up in this, and I was so hyped, and I'm so pumped to see this. My bells, I'm giving it 4 1/4. Like, it was a great show. Like, for free TV, like, you can't complain about this. They formatted a pay-per-view on free TV is what they did.
Yeah.
And now, my pop culture moment. You all know I'm a massive MCU guy.
Yeah.
But for my pop culture shout out, I'm shouting out the Arrowverse on the CW
Oh,
up until the point where the Green Arrow dies. After that, I hated the shows and I stopped watching. But he like the crossovers they did, like
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yep. On X, Earth
Yeah.
X. Like they sort of followed what the MCU did and did what the movie should have done.
Yeah.
Do all the individual stuff and then bring them all together for this epic crossover.
Did you watch any of the Supergirl?
I did. I did not like Batwoman. I found that very hard to get into. I didn't watch the new Superman show. I'm like,
the Batwoman? The Batwoman
Superman alone was pretty good.
What was that?
Was Batwoman part of the Arrowverse?
What was that, Canada Dry?
Was Batwoman part of the Arrowverse?
Yeah, because she was part of the crossover.
So Batwoman was filmed here. And
well, a lot of stuff is filmed in
most of the CW stuff is filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And a woman was paralyzed working on the
stunt gone wrong.
Yeah. Yes. So now she's paralyzed. Her life is pretty much just stuck in a wheelchair because of that movie.
But yeah, like I said, I'm giving a shout out to the Arrowverse up till when Oliver Queen dies in the crossover.
Okay.
Spoilers, sorry.
Man, I don't know what kind of vitamins you guys are taking because I think you guys completely underscored this.
Bob Barker showing up.
No, Bob Barker, nothing. I'm going to eclipse everybody by magnitudes. Pop
5.25.
This show was absolutely stunning television. Not just wrestling, but storytelling as a whole, both physical, both emotionally, both mentally. It's just amazing. I can't find a single thing flawed with the show from start to finish. I was riveted. I had goosebumps. You name it. So my favorite match of the night is Nigel versus Danielson. I'm not, Zach. I nodded when Zach said he teared up. So did I, because when Nigel McGuinness said thank you, I realized that that's the last time I'm going to see Nigel McGuinness. I still got at least a month and a half before I have to worry about crying over Bryan Danielson. We got nothing to worry about there. That's going to eventually come. But nonetheless, it was such an amazing match to see. Favorite segment, MVP and Prince Nana, I thought was brilliant. I'm going to give this 5 out of 5. It was that great of a match. Any doubts that I've had over the last couple weeks because of Dynamite attendance and ratings and all that stuff, which really doesn't make my boat sink or float, but you get worried because you don't want this promotion to go under,
Absolutely not.
I'm really curious what your pop culture superhero thing is.
So when I was a kid, the only thing I asked for Christmas one year was Spider-Man pajamas. And that's what my mom got me, or my mom and dad got me for Christmas, was Spider-Man pajamas. But my mom would take a piece of rope and tie it around my wrists and would stuff it in the sleeve, like just a little bit, so I could shoot webs like Spider-Man did on television.
That's awesome.
It was absolutely incredible. That, and my mom also got me a red she got me a red blanket, and I would tie it and pretend I was Superman.
Nice.
So you want to know where the creativity for the JFB comes from? It's from Mama FB.
It started early.
Yep, started very early. So that's it. That's the end of the show. Holy cow. What's our cumulative score?
4.5225.
Wow, boy, I brought that average up a little bit. You guys were just hardcore meanies.
I'm doing pretty good. 4.69.
Yeah, that was really good.
Look, it's a TV show. I can't sit here and give a TV show 5 and then probably October 12th come out here and give it another 5 to Wrestle Dream. So
yeah. Look at
I
you.
can't go all Meltzery and break the scale.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. You can't go in your heart. You got to go in your brain. You got to
But
go
real
in your
quick,
soul.
you know what my theory on Meltzer is, real quick, on his
What?
scale? I think he really hates wrestling, and his scale's always been out of 10, not 5.
I mean, to be honest with you, wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
He's like, I can't get rid of this wrestling stuff. It keeps going.
All right, so where to find us? Best is to look at the links
Right
below.
here. You found us.
Clickety, clackety. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, you're done.
Hit like, smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bell so you know when we come on.
Hit the bell.
Yep.
Go get the t-shirts that these two gentlemen
Bring
are
a
wearing.
thing, eh?
Yeah. Go get the t-shirts these two gentlemen are wearing. You can get them at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. Got multitudes of shirts. We got the multiverse of shirts. That's all I'm saying. Multiverse. The effing, there it is. The bullet. The effing bullet. Just keep fighting. We got them all. So anyways, on behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Lord Ryan Rich, on behalf of EVP Joe, I am the JFB.
We are running late. So I'm going to say it simple. I'm going to say it strong. Put the devil in a sharpshooter and just keep fighting.
Yeah!
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms.
I said we're running late. We don't have time for things like that. Let's end the show. End the show.
End the show.